Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to be playing some of this character. He's cold. He's not really cuddly. He's just everybody's favorite zombie king. It's Arthas. I have a feeling I changed music in this game, so I might fling off to the middle of nowhere. We'll try to keep that from happening. Team comps, though: Zarya, Tassadar, Valera, Arthas, Tyrande versus Lily, Jaina, Thrall, Muradin, and Nova. This map is large. So, our team just inherently has the better macro with our Tassadar. Oh my god, can we get away? I'm just trying to use my aura to slow people down as we are on the retreat, and we've done it. Except we're going back in. Except Nova is down. Now, this is going to be a bit of a beginner guide to Arthas, because I think that Arthas, while very strong, especially in the specific situations that he's strong in, he's very simple. It's just a real easy, oh my god, we haven't been on Arthas the entire time. We've been watching Tyrande. I don't know what I've been doing. But, Arthas his kit's very, how do I explain it? It's not easy, right? But there's not too much to it. Yeah, anyway, we'll just get into the talents. Q is Death Coil. It is going to do damage to people when you target them. The range is not amazing. It's really not. Nice, good trade. But it is also going to heal you when you cast it on yourself. So, much like any Death Knight worth their salt would, sometimes you gotta heal, sometimes you gotta deal damage. That kind of rhymed. I know what I'm doing. Our W is going to be Howling Blast. Yeah, I know. Fuck, I remember these. Howling Blast is going to root at the location of impact, but it does have a significant travel time. Even if you cast it at your feet, it does not happen right away. I don't know if they bake in the number for the delay. No, they don't. It's enough to make it go slow, and enough to make it that you have to lead basically every target. But that is neither here nor there. It is basically Arthas' ranged engage form of engage, or CC, or peel, or whatever you need it to be. But it's the most effective way for Arthas to hold people in place for his team without risking a whole lot of poke. E is going to be Frozen Tempest. This button, as you can see, is just a big old circle of damage all around us, and it is going to be our main form of wave clear, even though we don't specifically pick Arthas to wave clear, and it is going to slow people in the circle for the duration that they are locked in it. So this Nova is just in all sorts of the wrong neighborhood, just not in a good spot, and it's going to make anybody trying to dive past Arthas to get to the squishies have a real bad time. Oh my god, it's going to be a 40% slow? No, it stacks up to 40%. So it starts at 10, goes up to 40. It does the same thing with attack speed, so it's going to be a stacking movement and attack speed slow with some damage on it. It's pretty freaking hot. And it lasts 1.5 seconds, so that's pretty good, even when they get out of the circle. I didn't know that. I thought you had to take a specific talent to make it do that.
A seed has been planted. It will sprout before you know it.
Anyway, our trait is going to be Frostmore Hungers. This is an auto attack reset, and it is going to be the only way that Arthas has to get mana back apart from globes. And being that Arthas has so much mana depleted for wave clear, using his E, and just, using his E in general, he is going to need to get it back quite often. So it's only 30 mana back, but it's better than 0 mana, honestly. Oh, what a stun. We got the root, but it wasn't enough. We don't actually have any damage between the tank and the healer up here, so there's nothing else that we're really going to be able to do. Now we've got to try to run away. We got to stack off of Muradin, though. I'd say that is a net win. We got one from Lily, one from Muradin. Tyrande's going to make it out as well. Heckin' righteous. We do have the Tassadar on our team, which, as it stands right now, is an incredibly good synergy with Arthas. The walls from Tassadar make it incredibly easy to just walk at people and stack up your slow on your E. They also make it very easy to land your Howling Blast, your W, which is real nuts because people can't walk anywhere. They're like, oh my god, now I'm rooted. It's good. It's real good. Tassadar is pretty much good with everything, though, because he does stupid amounts of damage, and that fucking wall is going to really just make landing skill shots for any character really easy. So, I don't know. It could be a Tassadar Arthas thing. It could just be a Tassadar thing. It's anybody's guess right now. Tassadar's obviously. There it is. There it is. That's me changing the fucking music. Oh, okay. As long as we caught it, we're good. But anyway, Tassadar is due for a nerf soon, I'm sure. Probably dating this video by saying that, but you know what? It's a HOTS video. This shit changes every fucking month. So it's not that big a deal. I guess the next thing that we'll go into as far as Arthas is concerned is when to pick him up in draft, when to really say, hey, Arthas is a good main tank here. And that really comes down to the damage on the enemy team. Obviously, I didn't have a whole lot of say-so in draft in this game. This is just a quick match. But when you're playing with Arthas, you want to be sure that you have squishies to defend. You want to be sure that the enemy team has relatively low mobility. And you want to make sure that the damage is... It's not something that you're just going to get exploded by, like a Tassadar, for your entire health bar, you know? Oh my god, slowing him down. Nailed it. Chasing off 2 of the enemy team so the rest of our team can deal with the remaining 2 people. Shouldn't be too difficult. Got Muradin on us, but we're just going to keep slowing him. He can't attack us at all very fast, so there's really nothing for us to be super concerned about. Graviton Surge going to catch Lily by the tip of her toes. We're just going to get that casual objective going right now. So as you can see in the enemy team, Jaina is not going to be... She's not going to have any way to get away from us because she doesn't have a dash, she doesn't have a blink, she doesn't have any sort of mobility spell. Same thing with Lily, same thing with Thrall, same thing with Nova. Even though Thrall has Wind Fury to move faster to run away, the slow stacks up so significantly on him that it's basically like him just moving at normal speed. Oh my god. Chain feeding from the enemy team this early in the game. I mean, let's be real. Oof. But we can get into the talents now. This build for Arthas that I am using in this video is going to be what I think... Well, what I've been playing with for as long as I've been playing Arthas. As long as there is good reason to build Arthas, there is good reason to take this build for him. I think it's just the most efficient. It's going to maximize everything that your kit does. It's just going to make playing the character the best it can be. Oh my god, we might die. Can we live? Can we get a Nova kill? It doesn't look like it. Thrall going to get out of there as well. Unfortunate, missing him by about 50 or so health. The Death Coil, 263 health isn't, I mean, damage isn't amazing. I wish they would swap those numbers, honestly. Like, make it do the damage, make it do 420 damage and 263 healing. You know? Because right now, when you're playing tank with Arthas, you're just like, oh my god, I gotta spam my Q. I gotta keep myself alive. I gotta self-heal. And that is a good way to run out of mana really quick because it's 50. Not to mention you're already burning 13 mana per second with your Frozen Tempest, but I mean, you can see where this is going, right? You gotta be a little bit conservative on your Death Coil heals. You definitely don't want to use them while you're above about 50%. Oh my god, I'm dead. Just casual 3 people, 4 people coming up from the enemy team. Really kind of strange, seeing as how One team's just clearing mid for free, and there's giants in the bottom lane, and I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just, oh my, okay, so that's the worst part about Graviton Surge, really. I mean, it just doesn't interrupt anything. Cannot believe how little that ability really does when it's needed. Oh, Zarya down. Muradin just cleaning everybody up with his auto attacks as the tank, mind you. But Tassadar saying, you know what, I'm the actual DPS. You can take a seat and listen to what I've got to say now. Coming around the top side, trying to get in the back of the, well, nothing Muradin can really do. Tassadar completing his level 1 quest. Are we going to be able to catch the lady? She can't get away from us. I mean, we're just going to run her down. Really. There's nothing she could do to leave. Eventually we kill her. It was a little bit of BM on my part to not just auto attack her and finish it up. But you know what? I just like to get my cardio in. That's how it works for me. Anyway, back to the talent build. So, since we haven't even started talking about it, Frost Presence at 1 is typically going to be your one of two. It's going to be your decision to make. So when you take Frost Presence, you're giving yourself more of an ability to engage from range. You're going to make it more easy to peel. You're going to make it more easy to do everything with Arthas' Howling Blast that you need to do. So, that being said, it is a quest. You have to hit 20 people with it, which isn't the easiest thing in the universe. So if you're really feeling like maybe the enemy team comp is going to hurt a lot more on the auto attack side of things, Rhyme is one of the best block talents in the game. It's going to block 75 damage from autos from enemy heroes, and it stores 3 charges, and it just gives you a charge every 5 seconds, which is freaking nuts, considering. Oh my god, got blasted out of the blizzard by the Sundering. Trying to chase down the Nova, make sure she can't do any damage. Kind of a bitch in the background here. Gonna let her go, because I do need to get back to my team. Their health bars are low. Gotta hit every... Oh, Nova and Jaina eating Frost. I am going to get away, magically. Zarya with her speed shield making it nice and easy for us to zip on out of there. Tassadar is going to die, but Valeera's just here to clean everybody up. I mean, if we're being honest, that's what Valeera's job is anyway, so it's 16-14. We never should have lost that fight to begin with. Not that I was worried at all, right? We're just channeling this together to bond as a team. Anyway, level 4 talent. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. Frozen Waste is going to reduce the mana cost of your E by a significant amount. And, I don't know, maybe significance, too big a word. Because it's 13 per second, you're taking it down to 11 per second. But, that's, what is that, like, that's at least a 10% decrease, right? I don't know. Over the course of 30 seconds with the ability up, it makes a difference. And then what's going to happen is once you complete this quest, you are going to you're going to double the duration of it after a person exits your slow circle. So where it is 1.5 seconds normally after they leave your circle, they're going to be slowed for whatever duration, or for 3 seconds for whatever amount of slow. Oh my god, Tyrande just exploded out of existence. But anyway, they're going to be slowed for 30% outside of your circle. I think we might actually be dead. We are eating a lot of AoE damage. Muradin's full health, essentially. I don't think we win this. Not with Jaina alive, definitely. Trying to keep Muradin from killing everybody. Valeera's got to try to get the kills on the people who matter, and it's not going to happen. We just need to go. I cannot save you any longer. Do not have any mana. Stop right there. Muradin, in the name of the law. But our Giants are still going real hard in the bottom lane with the catapults. Are there catapults down there? So there's one now. Let's see. Ugh, Jaina gonna show up at the very last second. Make that moment a little bit more sad for me, you know. At 4 as well, the other two talents you can build are gonna dictate how you play Arthas. If you take Deathlord, you're gonna want to take the other Death Coil talents. If you take Icy Talons, you are probably playing Arthas in the offlane, and you should have taken Eternal Hunger at 1 if that's the case. So don't take Icy Talons as the main tank. It's a damage talent. It's built for Arthas to duel people. It is built for Arthas to, you know, use attack speed. And typically in team fights, when you're playing this character, you don't want to auto attack as much as you want to just stand on people. And oh my god, that's not good. That's a real shame. Lost both the healer and the Zarya. Oh, it's a little bit spooky, team. Can we get out of here? Let's just... Got the root. Oh, Tassadar with the shock ray. Almost got out. I mean, almost killed the Jaina. Yeah, that's now everything's a little bit more terrifying. I don't want the enemy team to get the tribute, but I also can't stall forever, and I'm probably going to get myself killed, my Tassadar dying because he's standing there watching me do something, and he just thinks he's safe. Usually when you're standing next to Arthas, you are safe, but not in this circumstance. At level 7, we did pick up Icebound Fortitude. When you are playing main tank Arthas, this is the only ability that you can take at this tier, because this is essentially Relentless for Arthas. This is a carryover from the earliest days of HOTS, where every tank had a Relentless talent. Fuck off, Nova. That would reduce CC. Would reduce the CC duration, so, you know, being a tank, you wouldn't have to worry about eating all that for your team. But Icebound Fortitude gives you armor on top of the CC reduction. So think Sonya's Wrath of the Berserker without any offensive what's the word? Offensive attributes. Army of the Dead at 10, it is going to be 99% of the time the talent that you need. Syndragos is good, but it is definitely a win more talent, and you only want to pick it when you're so far ahead that there's absolutely no way you can lose, and you want the game to end fast. That is Syndragosa. It is very, very, very hard to use from behind. It is very, very, just very slight amount of impact until level 20, which is not why you pick a heroic. The level 20 version of Syndragos is amazing because it gets the roots and it doubles the, you know, double the flight range, but it's just you can't play for 20 with Arthas. You want to close the game out early, or you want to pick Army of the Dead so that you can live the longest. We've got our second objective of the game. We are going to get those bad boys pushing and hopefully save our Vulnerable. That shield, though. Gonna get the Nova just by walking at her. Fantastic stuff there. Now, push up the middle lane with our 20 advantage and make this bitch. Referring to the game as a bitch, Lily is a child, and therefore can only be kind of an asshole, as some children. Anyway, back to the talents. Shattered Armor is what we picked up at level 13. This is going to be the talent that we pick because we took the level 1 Frost Presence. Because the trail itself now roots, that is also going to reduce armor by the people who get hit, or to the people who get hit by 15. So we have a huge range to set up this damage for our team. So no matter what we do, that 15 reduction in armor is going to be huge with our W. Oh my god, is the game over already? It's just like it just started. The other two talents of this tier aren't bad, but you're just going to get more situation value out of them. Yeah, god, I was really droning on in the earlier part of the game. 9-1. I mean, 69. Alright. Nice.
MVP.
Really? I mean... You may have had more kills, but he definitely had more damage. And there I am, at least. Okay, as long as I made it on the board. Let my contributions be known. The rest of the build, though, Embrace Death at 16. I like to take this because it is going to make your Q kill people harder when you are low health, or you are going to heal harder when you are low health, which just makes the ability that much better for tanking. The other talents that you can take at 16 are your Frozen Tempest is going to root people after they are in its duration for so long, which is good, especially if you're, against an Illidan or a Genji or a Tracer. If you can keep them in your circle for long enough, they're going to be rooted, and then, assuming you root them with your W after they've been rooted by your E, it's a pretty fancy amount of root reduction. Oh my god, please. Discord, I need you to stop honking all up in my fucking face, if you could. Thank you. Now, at level 20, you do have a decision to make. You can take Arthas's ultimate upgrade. You can get the ghouls. You can get additional ghouls, which means additional healing, and then they last longer. It's good. It's not the worst thing in the world. Or you can take Anti-Magic Shell. This is going to make you completely spell immune for 4 seconds, and it's going to heal Arthas for 25% of the damage that gets prevented. Now, I don't specifically know what this ability blocks. I know easy stuff like, Jaina's abilities, Nova's abilities, Thrall, like everything that the enemy team can throw at us ability-wise is going to, trigger the anti-magic shell negation. The things that I don't really know are things like Malthael's Last Rites and things like Cursed Bullet. I do not know if we are going to eat that damage and turn it into health, or if they still kill us because they're percentage based. So that's probably a good thing to test out. There is a talent at this tier also that increases Arthas's movement speed, which may be kind of an itch pick when you're playing into super mobile carries, again, like Illidan or Tracer, or people that you have to get to and stay on top of. Those guys might warrant taking Death's Advance. I think it's called Death's Advance. But I like Anti-Magic Shell more than anything because I could just slap my 1 button, slap my 2 button, slap my R, and then no one can kill me for 4 solid seconds. Because I just have all the healing, all the ability negation, all the armor, and all the CC reduction in the universe. And it's just so good. But that is Arthas in a nutshell. He is, again, very simple tank, but very difficult to play around, because you do have to have a very good understanding of what your team needs, when to chase, when not to chase, which is, I'd say it's a 30-70 split with Arthas. But you can't be a selfish player when you're playing Arthas. So anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. Let me know in the comments what you felt like this guide was needing, if anything at all, or your own experience if you play this bad boy. Feel free to like, subscribe, do whatever those YouTube things are. I really don't pay attention much to that anymore on my own, so I don't know what your options are at this moment. Anyway, I will see you next time for some more stuff. I hope it's cool. Stay tuned.